Muse, tell me of the man of many wiles, the man who wandered many paths of exile after he sacked Troy's sacred citadel. He saw the cities, mapped the minds of many, and on the sea his spirit suffered every adversity, to keep his life intact, to bring his comrades back. In that last task his will was firm and fast, and yet he failed. He could not save his comrades. Fools, they foiled themselves. They ate the oxen of the sun, the herd of Helios Hyperion. The Lord of Light requited their transgression. He took away the day of their return. Muse, tell us of these matters. Daughter of Zeus, my starting point is any point you choose. All other Greeks who had been spared the steep descent to death had reached their homes, released from war and waves. One man alone was left, still longing for his home, his wife, his rest. For the commanding nymph, the brightest goddess, Calypso, held him in her hollow grottos. She wanted him as husband. Even when the wheel of years drew near his destined time, the time the gods designed for his return to Ithaca, he still could not depend upon fair fortune or unfailing friends. While other gods took pity on him, one, Poseidon, still pursued. He preyed upon divine Odysseus until the end, until the exile found his own dear land. But now Poseidon was away. His hosts, the Ethiopians, the most remote of men. They live in two divided parts, half where the sun god sets, half where he starts. Poseidon, visiting the east, received the roasted thighs of bulls and sheep. The feast delighted him, and there he sat. But all his fellow gods were gathered in the halls of Zeus upon Olympus. There the father of men and gods spoke first, his mind upon the versatile Aegisthus, whom the son of Agamemnon, famed Orestes, killed. He shared this musing with the deathless ones. Men are so quick to blame the gods. They say that we devise their misery, but they themselves, in their depravity, design grief greater than the griefs that fate assigns. So did Aegisthus act when he transgressed the boundaries that fate and reason set. He took the lawful wife of Agamemnon, and when the son of Atreus had come back, Aegisthus murdered him, although he knew how steep was that descent. For we'd sent Hermes, our swiftest, our most keen-eyed emissary, to warn against that murder and adultery. Orestes will avenge his father when his manhood come. He claims his rightful land. Hermes had warned him, as one warns a friend, and yet Aegisthus' will could not be swayed. Now, in one stroke, all that he owes is paid. Athena, grey-eyed goddess, answered Zeus. Our father, Cronos' son, you, lord of lords, Aegisthus died the death that he deserved. May death like his strike all who ape his sins, but brave Odysseus' fate does break my heart. Long since, in misery he suffers, far from friends, upon an island in the deep, a site just at the navel of the sea. And there, upon that island rich in trees, a goddess has her home, the fair-haired daughter of Atlas the malevolent, who knows the depths of every sea, for he controls the giant column holding earth and sky apart. Calypso, Atlas' daughter, keeps the sad Odysseus there, although he weeps. Her words are fond and fragrant, sweet and soft. So she would honey him to cast far off his Ithaca, but he would rather die than live the life of one denied the sight of smoke that rises from his homeland's hearths. Are you, Olympus' lord, not moved by this? Was not Odysseus your favourite, when, on the spacious plain of Troy, beside the Argive ships, he sacrificed to you? What turned your fondness into malice, Zeus? Zeus, shepherd of the clouds, replied, My daughter, how can the barrier of your teeth permit such speech to cross your lips? Can I forget godlike Odysseus, most astute of men, whose offerings were so unstinting when he sacrificed to the undying gods, the masters of vast heaven? Rest assured, only Poseidon, lord whose chariot runs beneath the earth, is furious. It was Odysseus who deprived the grandest Cyclops, the godlike Polyphemus, of his eye. Thoosa, nymph whose father Phorcys keeps a close watch on the never-resting deep, gave birth to that huge Cyclops after she had lain in her deep-sea cave with Poseidon. And ever since his son was gouged, the god who makes earth tremble, though he does not kill Odysseus, will not let him end his exile. But now we all must think of his return, of how to bring him home again. Poseidon will set aside his anger. Certainly he cannot have his way, for he is only one god against us all, and we are many.
Athena, grey-eyed goddess, answered him. Our father, Cronos' son, you, lord of lords, if now the blessed gods indeed would end the wanderings of Odysseus, let us send the keen-eyed Hermes to Calypso's isle, Ogygia. Let him there at once declare to her, the goddess with the lovely hair, our undeniable decree. Steadfast Odysseus is to find his homeward path. But I shall make my way to Ithaca at once, to give his son the strength to summon the long-haired Ithacans. When they assemble, he can denounce and scatter all the suitors. They are for ever slaughtering his sheep, his shambling oxen with their curving horns. Then off to sandy Pylos and to Sparta I'll send him, to seek tidings of his father's return. He may yet hear some hopeful word, and men will then commend him for his search.